Hello everyone, Ron here from RJJ's Reactions, and I am here with Radiohead, and the song is Exit Music, and it says Exit Music for a Film. More about that in a second. It's from the album OK Computer. I am redoing this reaction. I actually did a reaction to this song a couple of years ago when the channel was fairly new, and I had a lot of sound issues, and so the recording is fairly poor. It's still on the channel as I'm recording this, but I will be taking it off. So by the time you see this, it won't be on the channel. Only this one will be, if all goes well with this one. Let's hope so. When I first did it, I wasn't sure if I knew the song, even though it said for a film, and I'd heard that it was at the end of the more modern Romeo and Juliet. And I'd seen that movie and I thought, well, I must have heard it, but did I know it was Radiohead singing it? I'm not sure. Anyways, I did that reaction. I went back. I first saw the film in the theater, so it's possible. Sorry, sneaking up on me again. Possible I left during the credits or even slightly before because sometimes I sneak out. Anyway, but I may have listened and not recognized or known who was doing it. Anyway, since then I got the DVD and I have Romeo and Juliet. I've had it for many, many years, so I rechecked after I did that first recording, and sure enough, at the end, you hear it. This was Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, directed by Baz Luhrmann. Very updated film with guns and everything. Of course, Shakespeare didn't have that going on and cars at that time period. But I quite enjoyed it anyway. A lot of people didn't. They thought it was almost sacrilegious to do that to Shakespeare. But I do have the older version of Romeo and Juliet from 1968. Directed by Franco Zeffirelli, and definitely does not have this music on it because I checked just before I started recording here because I was going to say the film was made before Tom York was even born, but actually he was born in the same year. So he was born in 1968, so I don't think he was making a whole lot of music at the time. Maybe some very melodic screaming or something, I'm not sure. But anyway, I want to do it again. I really love the song. So obviously I've already heard it. I've already reacted to it. So it's not like a first time reaction, but it's such a haunting song. And I said that many, many times in my first reaction, so I'll try not to repeat it too often here, that I really do want to do it. Check in the description for a link to the artist channel so you can go and subscribe and like and comment. At the very least, subscribe, and I hope you'll subscribe here too. It really does help channels out a lot. Thank you very, very much to everyone who has subscribed, liked videos, commented, sent information. I read all of your original messages. If you put a message on a message, I often won't see it because I don't get notified. I used to, but for some reason YouTube keeps changing things. So I used to get all my original messages in my email. That doesn't happen anymore. Now I have to check down below. So anyway, it keeps changing. But if you send an original message, I should still see it. I read them all and I answer as many as I can. Also in the description, there's a way to bump up your request and get it much, much quicker than on the regular list. The regular list is super long, so it'll take many months. But if you look below, you can use one of the donation methods. Let me know what you want me to react to, obviously. And if you have a shout out name you prefer, let me know that too. And you will get your reaction very quickly indeed. All right, I thought this music was absolutely perfect for the Romeo and Juliet theme, the story. But it's also been used, oh, I should say, I actually heard it again after that, after I did my reaction as well. And it was on a show, I can't remember the name of the show now. Was it the Dark Mirror series or something? There was an episode, I think. And I heard the song there and went, ah, there it is again. So I think it's been used in several places. All right, let's go. Guitar there.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape, we escape.
love Tom's voice, and of course, if you and I'm sure most of my viewers know, but you never know, Romeo and Juliet story. Um, the escape. Well, they did escape, but not in the way they intended.
We escape, pack and get dressed before your father hears us. Before all hell breaks loose. Breathe, keep breathing. Don't lose your nerve.
Gorgeous.
Breathe, keep breathing. I can't do this alone. Sing us a song to keep us warm. There's such a chill, such a chill.
The song is chilling. We all that you choke, that you choke. Wow. It catches me every time, even though I've heard it before. Just Tom's vocals and all the way through, but they're at the end when they're almost entirely alone, except for the bit of the background uh, noise. Uh, just gorgeous, but also chilling, haunting, you know, pulls you in. Even if you didn't connect it with the story of Romeo and Juliet, I think it would, and that's why it fits in others, and it fit very well in the other show that I saw too. And I kind of remember it, but I can't remember the name precisely. But and that was a very chilling and kind of haunting and a bit of a commentary on some things that go on in the world. And although Romeo and Juliet, of course, is a fictional story, and you know the the ideas, the themes are very relevant at any time period, probably in human history, where people fall in love who aren't supposed to apparently fall in love for whatever reason in society, or family names, as in Romeo and Juliet, and all that entailed at the time. Less so now, but still happening, and certainly in other countries happens even more. But it's not completely gone, but it's not quite what it was. But there's still other reasons why people think you shouldn't be, religion and other things that keep people apart. But sometimes they fall in love anyway. Love is funny like that. And, the pain and the torment and the efforts to get away. And sometimes it wasn't all that long ago that there was a family, most of them were killed here in Canada, of all places, and in part had to do with, the not behaving the way they thought they should from the country that they were from. Brought their beliefs with them, and there you go. Uh, Rather kill them than let them be in love with the wrong people. Uh, it totally doesn't make sense to me, but on the other hand, I've heard of it and I know it happens. So even though Romeo and Juliet was a fictional story, this song lends its I don't know, it just pulls you right in. I think I'm losing my ability um, to express myself properly here. I think Radiohead is an amazing band. They did a great job here. I know there's been some recent talk, and I don't necessarily agree with everything that everybody says. Yeah, I mean, when artists say certain things, that doesn't mean I agree with them, even though I still love their music. So I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to get into that kind of thing right now. Maybe I will at some point, but not right now. I love the song. I love the movies. I really love the older version, and of course, I'm not too far from Stratford, and the Stratford Festival has lots of great Shakespeare plays, and I've seen some of them over there. I have not seen a version of Romeo and Juliet there, but maybe one day I will. That would be incredible. But let me know what you think of the song. Let me know what you think of Radiohead's music in general, or anyone else for that matter. Let me know who you would like me to react to. I'll put it on the regular list. However, it is very long. I tapped my book over here, but that's the short list. The long list is on a different computer, and it's even longer. So if you want it quickly, check in the description. There's a way to do that. There's also a link there to the artist channel, so you can go there and subscribe and like and comment, and a link to my playlist for Radiohead if you want to see uh, uh, my reactions to Radiohead so far. Um, uh, do I have a playlist for Radiohead? No, I can't even remember. If I have one, it'll be it'll be there. I'm thinking. I don't think I've done a whole lot, but I think I'm fairly certain I have a playlist there. Anyways, until next time, keep listening, keep having fun. It's Ron from RJJ's Reactions. Bye bye for now.